Hi, I'm Molly and welcome to Dirty Moms Yoga. We're going to focus on a Vinyasa flow today, which just means we're going to combine a lot of movements together and keep them going back to back. It's going to be a little bit more fast-paced today, but I'm going to try to keep it still for all of the beginners and even a little bit more for the intermediate yogis out there. So props we're going to need today. We are going to use a strap, so if you have a scarf, a TheraBand, anything at home that you can use to act as a strap, grab that. The other thing we're going to use are blocks. This helps you to get into all of your poses just a little bit deeper, and it can assist you a little bit. And then also a blanket if you would like to as well. So getting down to it, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to actually begin on our backs today, face up or supine position. You can place your blanket underneath your knees just to allow a natural curvature in your low spine. So go ahead and lay back, palms face up, arms can be down at your side. They can be even out to a T or up overhead. Just find a nice comfortable position that you can lay here for just a minute. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and just let everything melt into your mat. Again, deep breath in, close your eyes. And exhale all the tension in your body out. Take a moment and just scan your body, starting at the tips of your toes, working your way to your ankles, up your legs, and just feel the sensations. If you're holding tension, with every exhale, just relax. Feel the pelvis on the floor, the parts of your back that are against the floor. Up into your shoulders, relax the chest and the abdominals. Feel the backs of the arms, the cool breeze or air in your room just gently flowing over your skin. Relax the fingers. Work your way up into your throat, into your jaw. Relax around your eyes and allow your head to fall heavy into the earth. Take another big deep breath in and exhale any other tension or anything else that you are holding or that is not serving you at this moment. Bring yourself back to awareness by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Roll those ankles, roll those wrists. Step your feet back towards your pelvis, removing any props or blocks that you have laying around you. And just hug those knees into your chest. Self-love. Rock your knees side to side, very little. Roll them around, feel the sacrum, the low back getting a little massage against your mat. Hug those knees in one more time. And let your left leg fall along the mat and grab your strap and keep it right next to you. Left leg long, right leg, you are hugging your knee into your chest, activating those feet by bringing the toes back to your nose. Open up the chest by pressing your shoulder blades into your mat. Draw the navel in and up. Keeping that left leg activated, grab your strap and place it along the ball of your heel, the ball of your foot. It'd be very odd to go around your heel. Kick that foot up to the ceiling, bringing the toes back to your nose, and gently bringing that strap, those tails, to your face. Engage your thigh by lifting your kneecaps on both legs. Take a glance down. Make sure that left leg is right underneath your hip and that the toes are flexing back towards you, that they're not out to the side. Deep breath in, pull a little bit deeper. Only go as far as you can. Listen to your body. If you're not to a straight leg, that's okay. You can always work your way from a bent knee until you open up the back of the leg and just keep practicing until you can get that straight. Take both tails of that strap, put it into your left hand. Allow the leg to fall over to the left side. You can grab your blocks or your props if you need to. And as you roll over, if this is too intense, you can allow your foot or your leg to rest on that prop. Add height. So those blocks, those books, anything that you have at home can help assist you in this. Pull those toes back towards your nose. That left leg is still activated. Feeling length through your waist. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale that leg back to center position. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and you're going to open up that leg to the right side. So put your tails into your right hand and open up only as far as you can, flexing those toes back. Take your left hand, put it on top of your left hip, and make sure that this does not go anywhere, that you're not leaning over to entice that leg to fall more. So deep breath in, increase the stretch by bringing those toes to your nose. And exhale. Inhale those legs back to center. Undo that strap and just let that right leg fall long. Feel the difference in those legs. You'll feel a little bit longer on one side than the other. Activate those right toes now and hug the left knee to your chest. Left toes are coming back to your nose. Open up those collarbones by pressing the shoulder blades into your mat. Take a glance down. Check out those right toes. Find your strap. Place the strap along the ball of the foot and kick the foot up to the ceiling. Again, if your knee does not go straight, that's okay, as long as you feel a stretch in the back portion of your leg. Don't go to the point of pain. Go just to where it feels comfortable and hold it there. Bring those toes back to your nose. Deep breath in. Exhale and pull a little bit further toward your face. Place those tails into the right hand this time and allow that leg to fall over, bringing those props or blocks if need to, where you can rest your leg on them as necessary. The right leg is still engaged. Left leg is reaching long and across your body. Bring those toes back toward your nose. Lift up that kneecap to engage those quads. Deep breath in. Exhale and bring it a little bit closer to your face. This is a deep stretch. Inhale that leg back to center. Right toes are back up towards that ceiling. Place your right hand on top of your hip. Tails of the strap are in your left hand. And open up the left leg to the side. Only go as far as you can. Deep breath in. Exhale and see if you can go a little bit further. Relax those chests. Open up the collarbones. Inhale that leg back to center. Undo that strap and let that left leg go long down to and meet your right leg. Relax it out. Shake out those legs. Bring the bottoms of your feet to your mat. Take your right foot, place it over your left thigh. Activate that right foot by bringing the toes back. You have a little figure four if you look up to your knee. From here, allow your arm just to relax out to your side and allow the right foot to fall down towards the floor. So you're doing a little twist, feeling a little bit more stretch into your TFL, your IT, maybe even a little bit into those glutes. Really press that knee away and down at the edge of your mat. Inhale that leg back up to center. Relax those legs. Bring both feet back to your mat. Left leg this time crosses at the ankle. Activate those left toes. Really press that left knee down towards the front edge of your mat. Twist on over. Bottom of the left foot comes down to the floor. Go only as far as you can. Again, you can use those props. Place it underneath that thigh bone, the right thigh if you need to. Go until you feel a nice gentle stretch. This time will be on the left hip, the left IT, the glutes, the TFL, maybe even a little bit into your low back depending on how tight you are today. Inhale yourself back up to center. Undo that left leg and hug those knees into your chest. We're going to do a little rocking, so grab the backs of your hamstrings and just do a little rock and roll. Feeling the massage along the sides of the back, those erectors. Rock yourself all the way up to a seated position. Swoop those legs around, find yourself in a tabletop position. We're going to go into cat-cow. So hands are right underneath your shoulders, knees are right underneath your hips, and you are jazz handing and suction cup to that mat, pressing the tops of the feet down into your mat, drawing the navel in and up. You're going to take the elbows and tuck them down and around and push into those hands to straighten those arms. Those are going to bring the biceps next to your ears, and that's going to come in handy for you when we go into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and drop the belly to your mat, lift up the pelvis, and look up to the ceiling. Cow. Exhale and draw the navel in. Feel the curve in the top of the spine, opening up those shoulder blades. Draw the navel in. Inhale, look up. And exhale, cat. Really push into those palms of those hands, feeling the stretch in the back. One more time. Look on up, cow. And exhale, cat. Really draw that navel in, tuck that pubic bone. Find yourself in a nice neutral tabletop position. Tuck those toes under and hover those knees a few inches off the mat, really engaging those abdominals. Push down into the mat. Check your elbows again. Make sure they're rotating down and pushing up. Keep those biceps next to your ear. Take a deep breath in and push yourself back into downward facing dog, keeping those knees bent. If you need assistance on your down dog, add height by putting blocks where your hands are. Push down evenly and firmly into the thumb and first finger. Rotate those biceps next to your ear and drop the heels down to your mat. Feel the length from the head all the way up to the base of the spine, lifting that tailbone up to the ceiling. From here, straighten your right leg by dropping the heel down to your mat and deeply bending into the left knee. Just going to stretch out those calves a little bit more. Switch, straighten that left leg by dropping the left heel down and bending the right knee. This is called taking a walk. This is what I call it, at least. So take a moment and walk yourself back and forth on those heels, really opening up the calves, warming up those ankles and those feet. Take a deep breath, inhale up, rise up high in those toes, look between your hands and walk your feet just behind those wrists to a forward fold. Keep those props handy if you need to or take them away. Allow the head to hang long, bend those knees and just relax those head. Grab your elbows on the other side and just rock yourself back and forth. Keep breathing. Come back to a neutral position. Place your hands down on your props or your mat and straighten those knees out just a little bit more. Allow the head to fall down. Bend those knees and roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. The head is the last thing to come up. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Again, roll them up, back, and down. Reverse, up, forward, and down. Again, up, forward, and down. Okay, shake it out. You can keep those props nearby if you'd like to. We're going to go into our Vinyasa flow. Remember to breathe, listen to your body, and take breaks. Allow yourself to take a break if you need to, either in child's pose, or you can always come back to Tadasana, which is this pose here, which is where we're going to start. So take a deep breath in, check down, make sure those feet are firmly planted into your mat in a parallel position. Lift up those toes and feel the points of your feet really grounding down into the earth. Relax those toes. Lift those kneecaps by engaging those thighs. Open up the palms to the front of your mat, opening up those collarbones. Drop the tailbone down and lift up in your abdominals. Feel the energy going two ways, down through your feet and up out of the crown of your head. Inhale those arms up overhead, upward salute. And exhale, dive forward to forward fold, Uttanasana. Use those props in any position that you might need for your forward fold. Either push your hands into your blocks or your shins and come up halfway to a flat back, feeling the length from the base of the spine to the top of the crown. Open up those shoulders or the collarbones by squeezing the shoulder blades to your spine. Draw the navel in and up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands, step the right foot back, then the left foot into a nice high plank. Suction cup those hands again. Jazz hands, really firmly planting them into the ground. Rotate those biceps next to your ears. Drop those knees down, hug the elbows in, and slowly lower yourself to your mat. Untuck those toes. You're going to pull with your hands and do a little baby cobra, hugging the elbows back. Press firmly into your pubic bone and the tops of your feet to help open the low spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, calm on down. Push yourself up into a tabletop position. Tuck those toes and push yourself back to a downward facing dog. You can use bent knees if you need to, or try to straighten your knees the best you can and drop those heels down. Lift the tailbone up to the ceiling, biceps next to the ears. Now you can either stay here or just try and challenge yourself. We're going to go into three-legged dog, and I already can hear some of you yelling at me right now. Lift that right leg up, open up the hip, and drop the heel down to your butt. At the same time, you want to drop the left heel to your mat and drop your right shoulder down so you're keeping even and square in your shoulders. So you're going to feel a nice stretch in the front hip flexors. Go ahead and replace that foot down in a downward facing dog. Left foot steps between your hands in any way you may need to help yourself. Rotate the back heel down. Toes are pointing up to the front corner of your mat, and you're going to walk yourself up. The left knee stays bent. Now, if balance is an issue, open up your stance. So you might have more a heel to heel distance or alignment. There we go. Or you can do a heel to arch alignment as well. Bend deeply into that knee and make sure it's not coming in or coming out or going over those toes. It's a lot, right? It's a lot in yoga. Really ground down to the knife edge of your back foot, lifting the kneecap and lifting those inner thighs in and up. It's going to help your balance. Rotate the shoulders to the side edge of your mat. Lift up those arms to your side and look towards the front left hand. This is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Deep breath in and exhale and squeeze those shoulder blades to your spine. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and straighten that left leg. Tilt that side or that right hip to the back edge of your mat. Reach with those left fingers as far forward as you can so that you drop yourself down into a triangle pose or Trikonasana. This is where blocks can really come in handy, whatever height you need, so that you're finding the proper balance and you're not really engaging too far into that left knee. So be careful not to hyperextend. Reach up high out of your right arm and open up the right inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Draw the navel in and up and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale. This is triangle pose or Trikonasana. From here, bend into that left knee. Place the left elbow on top of your thigh. Right arm comes up over your head so your biceps next to your ear. Draw the lower rib cage in. Extended side angle. Feel the length from the top of the right fingers all the way down to the back of the knife edge of the right foot. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and plant your hands down along that left foot. Find yourself back into a high plank. Push yourself back right away into a downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Drop those heels down to your mat. Left leg this time lifts up. Open up the pelvis. Drop the heel down to your butt. Right heel drops to the mat and square off those shoulders to your mat. Inhale, replace that foot into downward facing dog. Right foot this time steps forward and in between your hands. Left heel falls down and walk yourself on up. Left toes this time are on the front edge of your mat. Take a glance and make sure this knee is in proper position. Square those shoulders to the side of your mat. Really ground down to the knife edge of your back foot, lifting up that kneecap. Hug those inner thighs in and up. open up those arms to your side and look towards the right fingers. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Deep breath in. And exhale, deepen a little bit further in that right knee. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Kick that left hip out. Reach with those right hands as far as you can until you fall on down. Use those blocks if you need to in any height that you can. The other option is, if you don't need your props, is take that right hand, really engage in the right side of your waist, hold yourself up and press the hand into the shin, really lifting up that pubic bone, and those inner thighs are drawing in and up towards the ceiling. Left hand is reaching high to the sky. Take a glance up to your left hand if you'd like. Deep breath in. And exhale, bend into that right knee. Right arm comes right to the top of the thigh. Left hand comes up over your ear into extended side angle. Keep lifting up in those inner thighs, hugging them in and up. Inhale and exhale. Place your hands back down to your mat. Step back into a high plank. Hug those elbows in. Drop that knee and lower yourself down. Untuck those toes, little baby cobra. Roll those shoulder blades down your back. Push the pubic bone and top of the feet into the mat and pull with those hands to a little baby cobra. Exhale, push yourself into a tabletop. Tuck those toes. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Take a big deep breath in and exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, drop those heels a little bit more. Lift that the tailbone up to the ceiling. Inhale, lift up high on those toes. Look between those hands and walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Push into those blocks or the shins. Come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, dive back on up. Hands come up overhead. Exhale the hands to heart center. How did your vinyasa flow go? I change it up a little bit. It's always different. We're going to do that one more time. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale. Feel those feet rooted down. Abdominals pulling in. Energy going out the top of your crown. Inhale, hands. Upward salute. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Grab those blocks if you need to. Pushing those blocks to those shins. Ardha Uttanasana, come half up. Open up the collarbones by squeezing those shoulder blades to the spine. Draw the navel in. Feel the length at the top of the head and the base of the spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Plant those hands, step the left foot back, and then the right foot. Hug those elbows in. Drop those knees, and slowly lower yourself down to your mat. Untuck those toes. Pull with those hands into a little cobra. Now you can go up a little bit further. Just really hug those elbows in. Keep the pubic bone down to your mat and open up those collarbones. Deep breath in. Exhale. Come back down. Push yourself into a tabletop position. Tuck those toes. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Lift that tailbone high. Really draw those lower ribs into the back. Rotate those biceps next to your ear. Just let your head fall. Lift up your left leg. Open it up and drop the heel to your butt. Replace that leg down to downward facing dog. Right leg now steps between your hands in any way you need to. Sometimes you might have to grab your foot and manually place it yourself. Drop the left heel down. Check out your balance. Are you a heel to arch person or are you a heel to heel person? Do what your body is telling you to do. Make sure those left toes are at a diagonal and really grounding down in the back knife edge of your foot. Bend deeply in the front knee. Arms come up to your side, shoulders to the side of your mat. Look over your right fingers. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Squeeze those shoulder blades together to your spine. Really lift up in those abdominals, lift up in those inner thighs. Deep breath in and exhale a little bit further. Inhale that leg to straight. Kick that left hip out. Reach with those right fingers and fall on down to Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Really push into your block, your book, your shin, and open up that chest. Look up if you can to those fingers, those left fingers reaching high to the sky. Left inner thighs are reaching up to the ceiling. Take another deep breath in, and exhale, bend into the right knee. Right elbow comes to the thigh, left arm right next to your ear. Extended side angle. Really feel the length from the top of the left fingers all the way down to the knife edge of the left foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands down. Find yourself in a nice high plank and push yourself into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale. Lift up the right leg this time. Open up that hip. Drop the heel down. Square off those shoulders to your mat. Drop the left heel down. Inhale and replace that foot down to downward facing dog. Take your left foot this time and step between your hands. Right heel comes down. Open up your body. Come on up into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Check yourself out. Find your heel to arch, heel to heel alignment. Make sure that left knee is where it needs to be. Square those shoulders to the side of your mat. Reach long with those arms and look over those left fingers. Draw that navel in and up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale that left knee straight. Tip that right hip back. Reach with those left fingers as far as you can to find yourself in Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Rotate the palm. Both palms are facing away from you, I guess. That's how you would say that. Reach high with the right arm. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Feel the length of the left side of your waist. Inhale and exhale. Bend deeply into the left knee. Elbow comes right there. Right arm comes over next to your ear. Fingers are pointing, our palm is now down towards the mat. Feel the length out of the top of those fingers all the way down to the knife edge of the right foot. Feel the length lifting up and out of that left waist. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands down. Find yourself in high plank. Drop those knees, hug those elbows, and lower yourself to your mat. Tuck those toes and come up to a cobra, baby cobra, or just rest if you need to. Hug those elbows back, opening up the collarbones. Inhale, exhale, lower down, and push yourself into Balasana, child's pose. Toes come together, knees are wide, and just allow your chest to relax on top of your thighs. If you're not here, you can use a pillow, a blanket. You can put it right where your heels are. You can allow your pelvis to rest on that. Another option is a block where your forehead is. So depending on your flexibility or how your body's feeling today, these props can really come in handy for you. Allow your arms to relax and allow your breath just to even out. Slowly walk yourself up. You can keep those props back there if you need to. We're going to go into broken toe pose. And that is exactly what it sounds like. So tuck those toes under and sit back to your heels. Go as far as you can. Lifting in and up out of that pelvis is going to help because this is very deep. If it's too intense, you can try placing a block and sitting on that. You can take up a rolled towel or a blanket that might be a little bit more comfortable than your block, and you can sit on that as well. Options. Try to stay as long as you can, really lifting in and up out of your crown. This is really good for plantar fasciitis, hammer toes, just really opening up the bottoms of those feet. Bring those shoulders back. Almost done. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands down, untuck those toes, and just tap the tops of the feet. Go ahead and find a seat at the top of your mat. Hug those knees in and try to find your balance on the sacrum or the tip of your tailbone. Test your balance with your toes. Try lifting them up if you can, squeezing those inner thighs together. You can take a block if you need to, and if you want to go a little bit higher, you can test that as well. Open up the shoulder blades or the collarbone. My pelvis and my shoulders, I seem to have a hard time talking about today. Test your balance. If you want to go a little bit further, come into a little tabletop position with your feet. Point those toes away from you. Hug those knees together. This is a mock version, a variation of boat pose. Undo those hands and reach those hands towards your toes, keeping the collarbones open. A little bit further from here, straighten both legs. Full expression of boat pose. Really hold it. Ooh, find the balance. And if you're losing it like I am, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Bring those heels back to your tush with your fingertips. See if you can brush those heels. Find a block as well. We're going to take that block and we're going to put it between your thighs, long ways. And you're going to hug it. That's going to keep your alignment for our next pose, Setu Bandha, or bridge pose. So see if you can brush those heels with your fingertips. Those toes are parallel and you're squeezing that block in. Robot your arms by taking your fingers up to the ceiling and really pressing down firmly on those triceps and elbows into your mat. Open up those collarbones. Tuck that pelvis and push really firmly into those feet until your pelvis comes up off the mat. Push into those arms and lift your pelvis up. Relax your butt. It's very hard to do. Relax your neck. Deep breath in. Exhale and puff that chest up. Really push that pelvic bone up to the ceiling. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly lower down. Remove that block and allow your knees just to come together. Feet are mat width distance. We're going to do that one more time. So use the block if you need to. Replace those feet. I'm going to give you another variation. Feel the heels with your fingertips. Take your block, long ways, squeeze it between your thighs. You can either stick with the robot arms, or you can wiggle those shoulders underneath you and clasp your hands together and push them firmly into your mat. Lift up on that pubic bone. Push into those feet and lift your pelvis up. Relax the tush. Open up those collarbones. Deep breath in and exhale. Push a little bit further. Allow the knees to feel like they're reaching over those toes. Don't allow them to actually go there. It's just an analogy to think about. Relax the neck. Deep breath in and exhale. Lower down. Remove your prop. Feet mat width distance apart and allow those knees to come together. Hug those knees into your chest, Apanasana. Kick the feet both evenly up to the ceiling, drawing those toes back to your nose. Feeling the sacrum fall into your mat. One more time, hug those knees into your chest and exhale and just simply allow your legs to fall down to the mat. Find yourself in the similar position as you were in the beginning of class. Relax the legs, arms can come down along your side, coming into our final Shavasana. You can use a blanket underneath your knees to help with the natural curvature of the spine. You can also cover yourself with that blanket if it's cold where you are. Close those eyes and allow everything to relax back down into the earth. Check back in with your body from the tips of your toes and scan all the way up to the tip of your head. Taking your time and allowing your breath to come back to natural. I'm going to read just a small, short little meditation that I found. So stay where you are. Keep breathing naturally. And just relax everything down into your mat. Take a deep breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in, feeling the lungs expanding. Breathing out, feeling a sense of letting go. Breathing in to feel the body getting fuller. Breathing out to feel the release of any tension. Breathing in, feeling alive and awake. Breathing out, feeling muscles relaxing. Breathing in that sense of fullness. Breathing out that unnecessary tension. Take another big deep breath in and exhale. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bring little movements back to your body. Bring the heels to your butt, hug those knees into your chest, and allow yourself to roll over to one side in a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow. With the strength of your top arm, push yourself up halfway. It's your bottom arm that pushes you up the rest of the way, and find yourself in a nice, comfortable seated position. Hands come to heart center, chin slightly tucks down. We are in really hard, tough times right now. Just remember to take care of yourself. Take care of your family, check in with them, check in with friends. Find time on your mat every day if you can, even if it's just for a few minutes, just to breathe, center yourself. Take one more deep breath in. The light in me honors and shines to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for coming to class today. It was a speedy class. I hope you were able to follow along just fine. Please like, subscribe, share for Dirty Moms Yoga. And please, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I try to answer as best as I can. Right now, I've got the time. So if there's anything that you are wondering why I did, a certain pose, or if there's something that you are looking for, let me know and I'll try to incorporate it into some future classes. For now, thanks for joining in to Dirty Moms Yoga.